start with figure keep things going with AEW World's End, and depending on how you guys see it, we're moving on to the low note now, right? We started up high and now we're going on low. But so AEW World's End, and of course we're gonna go through our thoughts of the matches, what people we predicted beforehand, who was right, who was wrong.
What we can remember about the matches.
I know, but at least on your side, you had lots of good notes and everything.
Yeah, it depends on how I felt about it.
So let me go with the first one real quick.
All right, so the first match was on the 0 hour. We were starting with Toni Storm versus Layla Gray.
Yeah. My thing I remember is that Layla Gray was very good in the ring. She improved a lot, since her last outing and stuff. And because she hasn't really done too much since Jade Cargill left, and she hasn't been much of a toady. And I think she kind of hangs out with Alpha Flight, one of them. But it's good to see her in the ring.
About it.
But one thing that it does excite me, I do love that newcomer Toni Storm. I mean, it's my first time seeing her wrestle, like the skills. She has the look. She has the whole, rock star thing going on. Dude, put a title on her. Honestly, I never seen her before, but and she also has delightful lower part attributes that help her out during the match. Yeah, she has some amazing assets. So definitely. I hope that she's used proper in AEW, and I hope that she has a good long career.
I didn't see this match, so I didn't see the pre-show.
You missed the newcomer, like the rookie's debut, dude.
Oh God, I don't have an opinion about it.
The way she did her thing, here's my first time hitting out with welcome to AEW, my first pay-per-view, and okay. I get a little Miss Amnesiac.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. I wonder where they're going with all that. What's all? Oh, that's other things on the computer.
Mm-hmm. And how about you, Panda or Johnny?
I don't remember too much about the match, but just personally, I'm gaining. It's a bit of a culture shock because we've been so used to seeing Toni Storm with the whole Hollywood gimmick, the classic Toni Storm, whatever that gimmick was called.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird to see her. Yeah, it's kind of weird to see her I don't know, back to her, I guess, older Toni Storm before she did the whole Hollywood thing. But other than that, it's just the match didn't really felt like anything spectacular. It didn't feel like anything special.
Oh, so you're not impressed by Tony's big debut for the first time ever? This unknown wrestler that just stepped up to Layla Gray. I like that she took a picture with a fan, and the fan on Instagram said something. It was Instagram, Twitter, one of those posts with her, and it's man, so excited to take a picture with this up and comer. I hope she makes it far. Aaron was kind of playing along with the gimmick. And I like that they went back to social media and they reposted the whole Toni Storm is all elite on the official AEW site. And they re-released her shirt and her merch, acting like it is the first time. Like her first shirt ever for AEW, they re-released it, making it sound like they just put it now. So I kind of like how they're going the whole 9 yards with it. While everyone else acts confused, like RJ City and what's her name, Renee, and all them act all confused.
And the commentary team.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's also kind of messy because her newer gimmick, yeah, she's more of a punky street type character, but it's just wait a minute. So if you're Toni Storm, what happened to Ruby Soho? Because you're almost the same people now at this point. That's the vibe she's giving off. It's they literally just got rid of the whole, 1940s movie star deal and just turned her into another Ruby Soho, which we already have one. Well, when she gets back from pregnancy, but we already have that character. eventually you're gonna have to come up with another gimmick. Like, I'm sorry, they just copy and pasted her and just let her run.
On top of that, what's up with Saraya? Is she still wrestling, or is it just a?
Mostly on Rampage, right?
Yeah, I mean she's around. It's just whatever she gets in her storyline, I guess.
She still works here.
Yeah.
Yep, just another wrestler on the AEW milk carton.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see. And well, for this particular match, everybody went with Tony, and Tony did win the match. Now the next match was Jeff Jarrett versus QT Marshall, and let me just get this out of the way first. Jeff Jarrett did win this match, and Mark and everybody went for Double J except for Johnny, Panda, and Panda. They were the contrarians for this one. And the only thing I could say about this match, I don't remember much about it, but we both felt the same way. It felt like it went on too long.
Yeah. Yeah. And then what's his face? QT Marshall's now doing like the gimmick, like now he's like the Doom, I guess trolling those guys from the last I forgot their
The
boom boom guy.
yeah, the boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, them guys.
So now he's like dressing up like I guess the anti boom boom guys. It's kind of weird because it doesn't make sense on its own without the other guys there. You know what I mean? The YouTubers are there, and yeah, he slimmed down too. I remember he was kind of a little chunkier when he started AEW. He got a little slimmer. But other than that, Double J won the match, and he ended with announcing a big announcement or whatever for the,
Oh,
the first
that was a
episode.
little later though. That was later.
Okay, but I guess we can go ahead. Well, okay, we'll mention when we get to that part. But yeah, but it's a match. Don't remember too much. Like
I don't
about it
understand
offhand.
if QT really wanted to get under the Costco guy's skin, he should just be like, "Oh, I fucking shop at Sam
Club.
motherfucker."
All right, guys.
Dude,
But-
like they can totally capitalize on that. They should make a t-shirt that looks like the Bullet Club logo, but instead of Bullet Club, it should just say Sam's Club. Instead of bullets, it's just got like a 6-pack of soda sitting there at the bottom. And you're right, the QT and Jarrett match did go on too long. The fact that it existed meant it went on too long. Like that was just that match shouldn't even have existed. It was dull, boring. I legitimately fell asleep during that match.
It wouldn't entice me to buy the pay-per-view, that's for sure.
Yeah.
If that was, if that was
QT still works here. Clap, 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 clap. QT still works here. Clap, clap.
So you-
does Jarrett.
Oh, that match! I wasn't really impressed about it. I thought it was really boring.
I want to change your shirt real quick.
No.
Boring match.
You ain't there.
Mhm.
What? Yep, we all agree it was a very boring match. But after that match, we got Tony backstage with Lexi talking about her first pay-per-view and she's happy to be there. And Deonna Purrazzo showed up, and she was talking about cool with Tony. She seemed a little lost herself, but she wants to have a match with Tony on the next episode of Collision for the new year on Max. So yeah.
Yeah.
Now the next match, the last of the 0-hour matches, it was the Outrunners and Top Flight versus Leo Rush, Action Andretti, and the Murder Machines, Brian Cage and Lance Archer. And the winner of that match was Team Leo. So the only ones who got a point for this one were Johnny, Panda, and Jack, because the rest of us went with the Outrunners.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
Top Flight.
Brian Cage is still around. I thought Brian Cage was gone. I'm surprised.
No,
he still works.
he's part of the Palace people now.
Yeah, and just so you say, my
Oh, is
prediction
it?
was that the Outrunners and Top Flight were going to win because the Murder Machines includes Brian Cage, and to me, he's like just a permanent jobber at this point. So I
Yeah,
just expected
at
their
this
team
rate.
to lose. But they have Leo and Action Andretti, and then I
With the
think
weird spiky jackets.
yeah,
that I still don't
and
get.
and I get they were supposed to win their match so they can go up against what is it, Private Party or something?
Yeah.
I don't know, something like that. So yeah. I have no notes about this match. It just happened.
Yeah. Any thoughts, amigos?
Oh, I didn't.
Crickets.
I didn't actually see the match, so I didn't watch the pre-show.
You're good.
Like the match was okay. Like it wasn't anything to, call home about. I mean, you had some fairly decent spots. And the weird part about it is I didn't realize that was Brian Cage because he grew
yeah,
his
facial
hair.
hair.
Yeah.
He looks better with it.
Like he grew his hair out, like he didn't have like a weird mohawk or anything weird. It was just regular hair and a beard. It's not saying that's off-putting, but it just totally threw me off. I'm like, who's this Mike Hagar looking dude in the ring?
You got the body size for it. Yeah, I remember I was saying that he reminded me of somebody. Like who he could be.
So he's not. So he's no longer the Swolverine. He's now the Swolbertooth.
The Swolbertooth.
Oh gosh, what's his face that should have been in the tag team with Hobbs? No, that was saying they were a tag team and they could have like dominated.
Oh, like Wardlow.
Like Wardlow. Like it's like he's trying to be the new Ward, like a Wardlow look to me. So well, that's what I think anyway. So Johnny, what did you think about this match with the Outrunners? And Top Flight and Leo Rush, Action Andretti, and the Murder Machines, yada yada yada. Johnny has no opinion.
Yeah, basically. I really didn't care too much about this match either.
You're not the only one.
No, I just didn't really care too much about the pre-show matches that much.
We got that consensus done. So after that, then we got Jeff Jarrett pacing around backstage, looking all upset. Yo, Jay, what's going on, man? And then Jeff, he said, I have an announcement I gotta make. I wanna make it on Dynamite. And it's regarding his career after that match with QT Marshall. And I don't understand because he won. But anyway, on Dynamite, he did announce that he's not going to throw away, he's not retiring, and he signed his contract for another year with AEW or whatever it was.
Yeah, well, it's going to be the final run, apparently. He's going to do the final run with AEW unless he comes back to WWE.
And his goal is to get that world championship.
Yep, he's going for the title.
Yeah, which Moxley currently holds, so that ain't happening. So anyway.
Oh, that's so cute. He thinks he has a chance.
Yeah, he wants to win the gold.
Okay, so now on to the actual show.
Yes.
The preview. So
the actual show. Okay, and our first match is Ospreay Brooke versus Fletcher for the Continental Classic semifinal. All right, so we were kind of almost split on this one. Well, not really, because everybody went for Ospreay except for Johnny and Panda, and Ospreay did win this match.
Yeah, but a big cost.
Yeah.
You got lots of notes there?
Quite a few. Oh, this is the one that we got. I just had to put it down. It's just so silly. Okay, when Fletcher was distracting the audience so Ospreay can obviously blaze somewhere in the background without being seen. I was like, okay, where did all this blood come from? Oh, he hit his head on the steps. I'm sorry, there ain't that much hitting in the world. Seriously.
Yeah,
What
his
is it?
face is like literal crimson mask
Mark,
for the whole match.
Mark, you probably know what it's called. You know how in Street Fighter, I don't remember which game it is, how like Ryu could turn into like Akuma style?
Yeah. That was Marvel vs. Capcom, I think, because they had limited fire characters, so they put Ryu in there. He could
He
change
channeled into
style or
Akuma.
style.
Yeah, he could like channel into Akuma style. I think Osprey channeled into John Moxley.
No, God, no. I have to wear
Oh,
shoes
like
to
starts
like
bleeding.
which one? Glass, bro.
What's how I felt it? So other things I noticed about this goofy match. Oh, Fletcher. Oh, he was smearing all the blood all over his stuff. He was licking it off his hands. I was like, gross. And then Will like, oh yeah. Oh, there was this weird move that he did. I can't to really describe it. It's like, okay, Fletcher had Will in like it was some weird twist move, and he wasn't even had a pin, but Will, you could tell that the timing was off because Fletcher was supposed to kick out of it, but you could see Will let go right before Fletcher kicked out. And I was that kind of threw me. And of course, they did have a stupid chop fight. And you know how I feel about chop fights. Oh, and Fletcher did use the hidden blade, which was okay. And then they did that stupid nonsense when they were headbutting each other.
Oh, God, I felt so bad because it's a gash. You're headbutting someone while your head's fucking split open. You know what I mean?
When I saw that, I'm like, did y'all motherfuckers learn nothing from Shibata? He's on your roster. like, you realize that's what almost murdered him, right? Like, and yet you still do it? Y'all are stupid. And not only him, you also have Danielson, and you have freaking Nigel McGuinness. All three of and Christian. All four of them have had to retire because of concussions. Idiots.
And the headbutt, and the other thing I kind of randomly just brought up was the part where Fletcher actually pushed the ref because he thought he had the 3 count, and the ref pushed him back. I was laughing so much at that. He's like, "Oh no, you did just push me." I didn't know the ref was part of the match. And of course, at the end, what's the name ended up using the Styles Clash and a roll up and pin and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, to me, this match had a few interesting spots. A lot of nonsense. It was unnecessarily bloody. So for me, I couldn't really, fully stay engaged.
Yeah, because he kept looking away and everything. But of course, it has a story because whoever wins this semifinal match goes up against whoever wins the other semifinal match. So of course, now the big question is like, oh my God, with all the blood loss and everything, what's gonna happen, bro? Can Osprey put up a fight? Will he even be able to compete later tonight? All that kind of drama.
Yeah, it's sort of like Wrestle Kingdom and the Wrestle Dynasty. You have those who, if they win their match, they have to go against someone on Dynasty. That type of setup. So that's pretty much what this was. So anybody else's thoughts?
I'm of the opinion. There's 2 things I can't stand as far as like. High value matches. Like, I don't give a shit if it's just a grudge match. You can do whatever the hell you want. But when it's high value matches, it could be tournaments, it could be titles, it could be, major shit. I feel that there's 2 kinds of things I hate more than anything. And that is shock spots, which are just meant to shock you, like, oh, let's have some guy fill his mouth with glass and then punch him or something, it's shock for shock's sake. And then and really unnecessary stupid spots. Like, I'm not talking about like, oh, I'm gonna jump off the top rope and do like 16 somersaults. Those are stupid spots. I'm talking about like cartoonishly comedic spots. Like, if it's high stakes, leave that shit to the side. Leave that for gimmicky matches. Don't use that for major matches. And unfortunately, this one had unnecessary shock moments when it's like, I couldn't tell if like Osprey bladed too deep or what the deal was. Cause like, it's kind of the same way that Jupi said, is it's essentially like, because of the shock, you couldn't actually get interested and invested in the actual match quality of it, which sucks because they're both very talented wrestlers. And instead you're like distracted. You're not engaged. You're distracted by it. Like take, for example, here's a weird comparison, but take, for example, the Hell in a Cell match with Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. That was shock with stakes, but it was done in a way that the pacing wasn't off. The pacing was going with the rhythm and it was escalating and boom, boom. This one was just shock, 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 flip, 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 shock, flip, flip, shock, flip, shock. I'm like, fuck. Let me focus. It's the equivalent of watching a horror movie and someone dangling keys in front of you. I was like, God damn it, let me fucking focus on one thing, damn it. Like that's what I felt like. But I mean, it sucks because I was really hoping it would be a solid match because I know they're both extremely talented, but I couldn't really get invested with it.
I think the whole thing was because that they wanted to add the extra hook of like, and a more visual thing that, oh no, he got so fucked up, he lost so much blood. How is he gonna wrestle later tonight?
They could have done something a little easy. It's called let him get hurt and work that and make it act like he is injured or something. You know, like, oh no, you hurt his arm, you hurt his knee, you hurt his leg, and then just go like, oh, and he still win the match, but. You don't need blood for everything is what I'm, is just my opinion on that. It's just there are other ways to show that you have something that the other person can find a weakness to without having to slice your whole body open.
Oh, I think what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, Jack, you're muted.
And there's more to that. There's more to that I will bring up later when we get to the actual finals. But yeah, I do agree with that. But I have more to add on that, but I'll leave it to the finals.
What happened is that Ospreay was reading the New 52 comics and he read the whole thing with the Joker cutting his face. I think I could do that too, bro. I could do that too, bro. I like what he said. After he got played up and all that stuff, bro, he said he's going to Disney World. Oh, that's just funny. What are you going to do now? I'm going to Disney World. I'm sorry, I just randomly wanted to bring that up because he did say that.
I don't know. Honestly, Jupi, I agree with you. Yeah, they could have just done this some other way. They could have just like faked out an injury on a limb, arm or leg or something like that, and had him limp off or whatever. And that would have been more than enough and been more than convincing, for them to be, okay, how is he going to push through for this next match? They didn't have to they went overboard with the blade. I don't know if he just did that by accident or if it was intentional. Maybe it was supposed to be a little nick or whatever. But the part that just made it so damn dumb is right after these two are going at like Heihachi and Kazuya on Tekken, just headbutting the crap out of each other. And like Knives said, haven't you learned anything from Shibata? Like that almost killed this guy. And here you are doing it all over again. That was the dumbest fucking thing they could do. Like, I was expecting a decent banger between him and Fletcher. I mean, they're two really good, talented wrestlers. They did not need to do this spot. They did not need to do the blade. They didn't need to do the headbutting. Literally, they tried something new, and it was rather pointless. Practically tasteless when it comes to their fighting styles. I was actually kind of disgusted with the match. And this is coming from a guy who rooted and wanted to see another Tokyo exploding death match. And even with that, between those two, that was just totally disrespectful of their actual styles. I hated that fucking match.
What happened is that they practice the matches or whatever they got to do before the actual match happens. What happens is that Ospreay misunderstood when he had to use the hidden blade. Not that hidden blade, the actual finisher. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I say, I thought it was kind of funny how Fletcher just hanging around that audience too long, and he ripped up the sign. I forgot what it said. He pulled out another sign and said, "Well, Ospreay's still better" or something. I forgot what it was, but then all of a sudden, what's his name's back? I don't believe it, bros. I'm ready to come too deep, bros. My 17-year-old son, he's not gonna be happy because okay, I'm done. I'm sorry, when he brought that nonsense up about her not being. Oh, you know what? He's fine. He don't have any feeling in a way.
Yeah, okay. Johnny, your thoughts?
Okay, so I felt that this match was way too bloody for a lot of people's taste. I guess, I'm not the only one complaining about the blood. It's just too bloody. It just felt like it kind of took away the focus from the actual match. Like, I felt like it's more of a shock value match more than anything. So, yeah, I don't know. I kind of like have mixed feelings because I do like both these wrestlers pretty much. Like, it's a match that I was kind of like looking forward to seeing, but I felt like the end result of the actual match was kind of like lackluster. Actually, most of the pay-per-view, but yeah, I'm gonna rant a little bit on that. It just felt kind of like it's just there.
Yeah. So for the next match after that, I think that kind of covers our thoughts on this one. But for the next match after that, we had the other semifinal match here, which was Katsusuke Okada Peach. Yep. Going up against Ricochet. And it's like whoever wins the first match faces whoever wins this match. And yeah, what can I say? It was a pretty good match. I like Okada, seeing him actually like try and actually not have I'm just here for a paycheck attitude.
Yeah. For me, I actually liked this match for the most part for what it was.
Yeah.
Like I said, because Okada looked like he was actually trying compared to how he usually is. Just walking around saying beach and walking away and just getting that paycheck,
Yeah, and he's just so much better when he's not with the damn Bucks. You know what I mean?
I think so too.
Mm-hmm.
But I did say I thought it was an okay match. For me personally, I did say I found it a little slow in some areas and some spots of the match, but it was okay. And what's name used the Rainmaker to get the win. So
yeah.
And just so we know that everybody went for Okada. Nobody gives a crap about Ricochet.
So bad for Ricochet. Now, wasn't that the part right after
Richard.
where the
Well, we worry about that in a moment, but let's see what everyone else's thoughts are.
Okay.
Richard O'Shea. Yeah. That's like you called him. I said it in my last part where I talked about there's two kinds of things I hate in big style matches. One is unnecessary bloody matches, and the second is comedy stuff. And this one had comedy shit in it, which I'm like the part where he was like running and slap. I was like, God damn it, Okada.
That she was laughing at how nonsensical it was.
I was like, God damn it, Okada. Fuck. Talk about a guy who is considered one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, reduced to a joke. And I'm like, these guys are prime examples of taking established great wrestlers with a fuckload of charisma and just sucking them out like a vacuum. Like, damn, man. I really love these two. And then all of a sudden it's like they go to AEW. And I'm not saying it because of AEW, but it is, I mean, I am, but I'm not. It's like everything that was cool about them is just like, it's just, I don't know. It's like, I mean, like Okada doesn't have any presence anymore. He doesn't have an aura anymore. He just has like, I'm a good wrestler. And I'm like, okay.
No, Jack. I have a big check, bitch. I don't need aura. I have a check.
Yeah.
My fight.
That's what I mean, though.
Meanwhile, Brian Cage is in the back like Zangief going, "You got paid?
You didn't get paid in hot dogs and handshakes?" No, I'm kidding. anyway, but I digress. I couldn't even, like, the last match I couldn't get invested in because it was too bloody. This one I couldn't get invested in because it was too stupid. So I'm just kind of like, about both. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I really couldn't. I tried. I mean, the only thing I was kind of looking forward to was, oh, hey, the finals are a Wrestle Kingdom rematch. Cool. And I did love that match. So, okay, at least I got that to look forward to. And then I had to remind myself, oh, that's right. Ospreay busted his own head open. Shit.
Room spinning, bro.
Mhm. Everything's
Also,
red.
one thing I want to add is that I am very tired of how careless AEW is as an organization to allow so many severe injuries. And it keeps happening over and over again. It's almost like these wrestlers are signing their life away when they sign a contract with AEW at this point, because it's just getting rather bloodier by the minute.
Well, you see how they cut their promos. AEW is the greatest
Well,
place I've ever been.
Like, how
in
many
my
of these
life.
wrestlers
It's great.
Well,
having
according
bandages
to Ray Phoenix,
and like they keep injuring themselves really
according
bad?
to Ray Phoenix, according to Ray Phoenix, he implied most recently in his last tweets that basically all of the times he's had to go to the doctors, he had to pay out of pocket, and AEW refused to front the bill. So I'm like,
All right, I got a confession to make, and this is going to be a little upsetting to especially anybody that watches AEW. After watching the Okada Ricochet match, I only got halfway through it. Once he did the head slap thing, I was already upset with the Osprey deal, but once he done the head slap thing, I immediately stopped watching the pay-per-view. I was done. I quit. Because here you have, like, whether you like Ricochet or not, as far as his WWE days, I mean, the guy is a freaking legend. The matches that he's had with Osprey in Japan, when he was in Lucha Libre, the match that he had against Rey Mysterio, and then now here he is deducted to a joke character. You've got Okada, who had some of the biggest bangers with one of the heads of their company. Like, in history, this is probably what made Dave Meltzer go stupid. Because he hasn't been able to do a decent match since then. But these were on the money. These were 5-star matches. He's now reduced to just a guy that just runs around screaming bitch and then slapping people in the back of the head. That was it for me. I was like, nope, fuck this pay-per-view. I'm not even watching the rest of it. I want a refund. And here's the funny part. I didn't pay for it. I want my money back.
You've had a movie you've seen where that was the case. A certain movie.
Yeah,
I can't
Mortal Kombat
remember
2.
Huh?
It was Mortal Kombat 2.
Annihilation. Oh, okay.
hey,
Unfortunately,
I've heard that joke with Dragon Ball Evolution.
But like I said, anybody that went in there with expectations, they were stupid. No expectations, so I wasn't disappointed. Won't be crap going
If
in.
it was
going
a
in the
grudge-
ring on you.
Which one? Annihilation?
Again.
No, Evolution. I said for Annihilation.
again, a bigger thing about it is, I think maybe I'm misspeaking for Ninja here, but I think if it wasn't a match with big stakes, if it was just a match and it was just on Dynamite, it would be stupid, but it'd be like, like it's par for the course.
It
But
really
because
should
they
have been
built this tournament,
pay-per-view.
yeah,
Big semifinal match and all that. Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Don't
either way,
gimmick
I feel like
shit
the
on
fact that Okada actually wrestled, like it looked like he was actually trying. That was the only highlight for me, really. So
Yeah, and these are two wrestlers that no matter how shitty their house shows are, no matter how shitty their public shows are, when they're on their pay-per-views, they bring their fucking A game. And for them to have done something this stupid, yeah, that made me stop watching it. I like any other votes you guys have on the rest of the pay-per-view, I can't even answer because I didn't even watch it anymore. I think I probably wouldn't watch something more interesting, like, I don't know, the live action version of King of Fighters or something like that. I don't remember what I watched.
Oh God.
But,
oh man, well,
But that version of Terry Bogard they used for that, like,
Wasn't that guy like 50?
yeah.
probably.
To quote the words of Jean-Claude Van Damme after seeing that head slap, that's it, we're done. We can all go home.
Johnny, do you
You
remember
can have
anything
your-
about this match?
Oh, I remember the ending, whatever, throwing toilet paper at the Ricochet.
Sneaks on the limbs. Yeah. So
And I have to
here
be
we go.
like I even felt bad for Ricochet a little bit. Like it's like, damn, he really got degraded like on world stage, like on a major pay-per-view event for the world to see. He got humiliated. Huh?
Yeah, so basically Swerve came out to taunt him and stuff because Ricochet
Oh,
was talking
yeah.
smack. He was talking because cause Swerve like lost in the semifinals last tournament, blah 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 blah. I'm gonna win it, blah blah blah.
He
So
was like, you,
Swerve
you,
comes
you,
out.
you didn't win it. So what you talking about, man? You lost. And then of course Nana showed up. He handed out toilet paper rolls to everybody in the first row, and he all started throwing it at Ricochet. Oh, that was cool. And then once they would say Happy New Year, Trevor.
Oh yeah, he kept
And
throwing
the
his
only
real
good
name
thing is
into
everybody
it.
got free toilet paper though.
No, but they threw it at Ricochet. So they didn't keep it as throw it at him.
Like, nah, man. At this point, out of necessity, Ricochet would have to do it. He's gonna have to do a heel turn. Like, that's gonna be the only thing that could save him at this point.
Well,
I
on Dynamite, this past Dynamite, he did something heelish.
I forgot. 'Cause
Yeah,
I kind of blank out whenever he's on screen anymore.
But the thing is, sometimes we be watching, we blanking out anyway. So
I mean,
I hate to say
Ricochet's been
it.
a good guy for too long. What kind of heel thing did he do? Did he like rip a tag off a pillow or something? Like, what do you
yeah,
do?
there you go.
Yeah, but the
He
problem with that
interrupted a
is
match or something.
the problem with that is even if he does do a heel turn, it's not going to matter because Swerve is so over, even as a villain. So it's going to still make him look like a chump bitch. So it's like at this point, you kind of
Yeah,
already
okay.
ruined him. He. There was a similar thing that happened. If you want to go back to your history, and during the Attitude Era, they were building up something with Goldust, and then there was a spot on a Raw where they had Goldust come out or something and confront Stone Cold, and then like there was like a porta-john in the middle of the ring, and then he Stone Cold stunnered him in the porta-john, and then like after that, like Goldust's career just kind of like took a nosedive until years later.
Oh dear. All right, so after all of that, and Ricochet not being happy about it, I think he got some kind of revenge on Swerve on Dynamite. It was something him. I don't know, and I don't care. But anyway,
I'm gonna say that image of Ricochet just standing there looking down with all the papers all over the place and stuff. That's a literal like feels bad, man. That's a picture.
yeah, but if he wasn't such a jackass outside of the ring, people would actually care about him. I know I don't.
That's another thing too. They really got to do a better job.
See,
of
that's
controlling
something-
their social media.
See, that's
and
something
whatever.
WWE is actually good about. They're saying, like, okay, there's certain things you can say, certain things you can do as working for your representing this company. You should be doing A, B, and C, stuff like that. And AEW has none of that. So, oh well. Oh, and also after this match and after that little segment, we see Ospreay backstage getting patched up and from all the terrible bleeding job. And the next match was, let's see here. Our next match is Mariah May versus Thunder Rosa in a Tijuana Street Fight for that AEW World Championship.
Yeah, AEW World Championship. And I'm trying to remember what they did because they, this was like the crazy, all weapons allowed, falls count everywhere, no disqualifications kind of match. And everything.
Oh, and he had a lot of emphasis that Thunder Rosa's father was in the audience.
Yeah.
And he had that sign, no me gusto que
fáciles. Yeah.
So I don't like easy women.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't like blondes or easy women.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So Mariah made I think she tore up the sign maybe, but she also took his cane away, which he needs a cane to walk and everything, and she was trying to attack Rosa with the cane. I didn't remember the most, and I knew it was kind of coming because she came out with a piñata, but she didn't just whatever. She actually brought it with her to the ring, so I knew it was going to come into play, and I knew because AEW loves her thumbtacks that it was going to be full of thumbtacks, and yeah, you women started biting each other on top of the thumbtacks, and they kept doing like the zoom ins where Thunder Rosa's doing whatever, and you could see that she had all the thumbtacks still like on her back and her shoulders and all that kind of stuff. But you always wonder like how you, I don't know. I mean, I guess you're conditioned to it. You got to just ignore the pain and keep on fighting. But those are these I remember the most, like the spots I remember the most. I think you got more notes on there.
Yeah, I do. Now here's the thing that gets me. This was a weapons match. Anything can go. They didn't have they had all those weapons. Not one speck of blood.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bloody match. But anyway, like I said, I think the match all right.
That is funny that the street fight didn't have the blood, but the random tournament match did.
Yeah, the flippy guys had blood, but the ones that walking around with canes and thumbtacks or whatever had it. Let me see. So there was this one part where Mariah drinks some tequila, spitting on Rosa, Thunder Rosa,
like in her face and her eyes.
Yeah, and then Nigel was like, "Where's the web?" Now the main problem with this whole match was Nigel, honestly.
Yeah, because he kept saying, "You're like, oh my god, I just can't with this man."
I know, it was like, okay, you know what? I know Nigel's supposed to be like, a mark for Mariah, but come on now, tone it down. He actually said sipping ain't easy.
Oh,
he actually said that while watching this match. What other nonsense he said?
They were kind of like there's one of them said something like, yeah, okay, we know you like Mariah. Hey, sipping ain't easy.
Yeah, something stupid like that. And then, the part with the pinata, and Nigel was saying it's time to bring out the candy. And also when what's name emptied the pinata and put the spikes down, Nigel actually said this, guys, and I would like your opinions, especially since what's name didn't watch beyond Okada, the slapping of stupidity. He said that, oh no, the spikes will be driven into a virgin skin in a worried voice. I'm like,
everyone online was kind of like, yeah, that skin ain't virgin.
And also something else that Thunder Rosa had was that that the father had, and I had to ask about this one. Is this some kind of a thing? Her father had the dirt of their ancestor or something as good luck, and Mariah actually used that on Mariah used that on Thunder Rosa and used a pile driver onto the table outside of the ring. After she kind of blinded her with the dirt.
Yeah, with the ashes.
Yeah, with the ashes or what? No, they said it was actually the actual dirt, Tijuana dirt from a graveyard. And Nigel was just more ridiculous than ever. But at the end of the match, he what did she do? Oh, what did she do? They used the pile driver. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. Actually, used the dirt and used the pile driver to the table outside of the ring. That's how Mariah won the match. I admired the match so much. It was nice seeing Thunder Rosa again. It wasn't unnecessarily bloody. I liked it okay. And I think surprisingly, it was one of the better matches on the card.
Oh, there was also a moment where Thunder Rosa actually got a chain too, so she had the chain wrapped around Mariah's neck, trying to choke her out and all that kind of stuff. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, I was entertained. It was a good match. That one got me going. And I just glad to see Thunder Rosa do more stuff. I just wish she had more appearances or more storylines. I kind of wish she had more of a feud, because this kind of looks like Mariah made the theater. Okay, bye now, bitch.
And I was just trying to figure out what they were trying to do with Nigel. I forgot about this part too. So when Wesley took out the pinata, he also was singing La Piñata, La Piñata.
Yeah, Nigel was like balls to the wall.
He was drinking some of the tequila. He was drinking some tequila while he was calling this match.
Well, he was upset because Mariah didn't spit the tequila in his face.
Johnny?
I thought it was an all right match. I mean, I didn't really have much opinions about it. I was kind of, I didn't think Thunder was going to win. I did, I did like seeing Mariah get a little more on the street fighting side, because she doesn't really do it that often. And I like that she's becoming more ruthless. Yeah, I mean, like it was pretty good. It was just overall pretty decent match. I think, I mean, to be honest, I like this match more than both of the tournament matches. That's pretty. That's pretty.
What do you think of the Nigel commentary though?
Par for the course. He's probably he channels a little bit of Jerry the King Lawler a little bit, but not
Except
obviously
not as
too
creepy.
much. Yeah, not as creepy. But I did love you made this one comment a couple like a year ago, and it was about Danielson. He's like, Danielson's a no good clam digging liar. He tells everybody he's vegan and then he marries Brie. I was like, oh. He says he doesn't eat meat and then he marries Brie. I'm like, oh. I was like, damn. But no, I mean, like I said, it's par for the course. He is probably the only commentator besides Taz that I enjoy on AEW because I hate with a passion. I hate Excalibur. I cannot stand that guy. It's his condescending sound. He sounds so condescending. Him and Chris Charleston from New Japan. I can't stand both of them. If they were in the room together and I had 2 bullets, I'd say kill me twice.
Or as the YouTubers say, unalive you twice, right?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that's how I felt after the Ricochet and Okada match. You know it had to have been bad if I missed out on Thunder Rosa coming back. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
Johnny?
Okay, so personally, I thought that the match was pretty entertaining, but just kind of like what you guys said, it's not really as violent or as, I don't know, gory as you would expect this match to be. It didn't really felt as much of a big old street fight in Tijuana. Like, it didn't give me that vibe at all, in my honest opinion. And I did like the way Mariah May fought in this match. I think she's having a very good heel persona. Like, it's really suiting her very well. But I'm actually a little disappointed on Thunder Rosa because it just seemed like she's just coming off quite short lately in a lot of these matches. And it's like she keeps losing these matches. So it's kind of like, at this point, why make a big deal putting Thunder Rosa, like, hey, we're going to have Thunder Rosa, blah, blah, blah. And then she's going to lose the match anyways. Like, it's a little disappointing in that aspect.
It makes you wonder where they're trying to go with Mariah at this point. Like, who are they going to make her have that? Oh, Jamie Hayter?
Maybe Jamie Hayter. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, for this match, everybody went. Mariah did retain, and everybody went for Mariah except for Johnny and Panda. All right, next match was a match I had no interest in whatsoever. MJF versus Adam Cole for the Dynamite Diamond Ring match. MJF won. Everybody went for MJF except for Johnny. Let me see. What did I say for this match? Oh yeah. Adam Cole hit the stairs, and apparently he must have did a blade job at some point too. Gross. Cole's ankle was bothering him, so MJF stayed on it. See, that's what I'm saying. He had an ankle injury. Stay on that. They could have did that with the Ospreay match or something, you know. Oh gosh, wasn't they call someone in the audience Yosemite Sam? Oh, I called someone in the audience that looked like Yosemite Sam or something. I don't know, stupid. MJF spontaneously combusted blood. I don't see where it came from.
Yeah.
He was channeling Moxley.
That's up there. Yeah.
Okay, this was really dumb. Apparently, he got on the rope to Cole got on the rope to attack MJF. Then did a Panama Sunrise. Then MJF used and MJF. Oh yeah, it's the way he did it. I just thought at the time that he did it, I thought it was just a dumb move. But you know, because he messed up the ankle, so why are you gonna do a move like that?
Yeah.
And then let me see what else I got here. Let's see. Oh yeah, MJF kind of lied to get the other two knock.
Yeah, he like banged the steps and acted like he got hit or something by Taven and the other guy, and the Undisputed Kingdom. So the ref like ejected him from the ring and everything. I remember that.
Oh, there was a point where MJF used like the figure four, but Cole kind of, he kind of reversed it, and then MJF just grabbed the rope. Let's see. MJF was about to break Cole's leg, but at the end of the match, as mentioned, MJF won. MJF was about to do that leg break thing like he did with I don't remember. Anyway, and Roderick Strong came out. And then O'Reilly came out, they attacked him with Cole, Undisputed Kingdom return, yada, 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 whatever. O'Reilly is cool with Adam Cole again. I'm sorry, I didn't care.
Yeah, the only thing that did stay though is that I think that despite everything, I think Cole still like stole his ring anyway. So MJF's pissed because even though he won the match, he lost his diamond dollar ring, whatever. And also, of course, the gang's back together again. So now O'Reilly, Cole, and Undisputed Kingdom are all together. Riley's back with them. So there you go for, I guess, future storylines down the road there. But MJF is still pissed, so I guess they're not 100% over yet. Which, again, the storyline makes no sense from the perspective of, Cole screwed MJF, Cole betrayed MJF, and Cole cost him the title. So why is this a Cole revenge storyline? It should be an MJF revenge storyline.
Because we all have amnesia like Tony Storm.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
I mean, why? Like, come on! Don't go using logic. This is AEW.
There was a time where AEW just felt so fresh, so exciting. It felt so like it was doing what WWE wasn't doing, because at least at that, I don't know how it is now compared to then, but back then the WWE matches were so predictable.
Bad.
And everything that AEW was fresh because it was unpredictable. And there were times, I forgot if it was either us or Ricky Rocks, one of us actually said something like, some match prediction. It was kind of like, it's kind of hard to tell, man, because like those WWE, like you would have already known it would have been so and so, but it's AEW, so that's like a toss up, man. It's like I really can't tell who's going to win this one, and those days are gone, unfortunately, man. I mean, I still like seeing all the antics and stuff, but like all the freshness and
it's because they go. Here's the thing. So WWE went off of the Vince McMahon rule of, feed them whatever, they'll eat whatever, and then AEW was copying that playbook so often that they basically became them. And then once Vince was fired and Hunter became in charge, Hunter literally took that book and went, and he went, we're going to lay out foundations, breadcrumbs of direction of what you're going to go. And then you're going to go this direction and go left. And then this direction, right. And then this direction, like you won't be able, there's so like good example in WWE. And this is one of the things in the narratives that people are not getting. When WWE fans and wrestling fans say there's no storylines in AEW, what they mean is there's no investment. There's nothing to engage you. There's nothing to get you to give a shit. In WWE, I could name like 10 different things of going, what about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? Or this or this? Oh, and don't forget about NXT. Over in NXT, we got this, and this. And like, you care because they make you care, because they give you things to care about. If in AEW, nothing matters. And because nothing matters, no one gives a shit.
It's ADHD booking.
Yeah, it is. Because like I said, this is a perfect example of like, it's the equivalent of, well, it's, you know what it is? It's that clip from Invader Zim where he goes to the planet of Mars and he gets the simulation. He's like, wait a minute. So you terraformed and killed your entire race to turn your planet into a giant go-kart that you could travel around the universe? Why would you do that? And the hologram's like, because it's cool. Like, that's AEW in a nutshell.
Spot.
And the thing is, at this point, Wendy even stopped asking me anymore because there are so many matches in AEW that are just basically just exhibition or like dream matches because oh my god, you're finally gonna see Suzuki go up against Kingston or whatever, and there's no real story besides it's just this match that I guess lots of fans have been waiting for is finally happening. So when he's asking me, so what's going on? Why are they fighting? I don't know. When they're just fighting, like because there's no story. And after week, that you're kind of catching up, or you kind of come into the room. Hey, these guys are fighting. Why are they fighting? I don't know.
No, remember what I was doing there? Hey, where are they? Never mind.
Yeah, after a while you can stop asking because so many matches are just dream matches, exhibition matches, Meltzer jerk off matches. It's just
Uh-huh. So, any other
John.
opinions?
I didn't care about this match. I
Didn't care.
Lord.
Love it. I'm sorry. That is perfect. I didn't care about this match. Next. Okay. Yeah, it was pointless. Like I said, MJF won the match. Adam Cole, Johnny was the only contrarian here.